Hello everybody and welcome to Hello Spirit Yoga. Hello friends and welcome to day 5 of the free 7-day yoga course for all levels. If you've been doing the course and you've made it this far, then well done, congratulations to you. If not and you're just joining me today, then welcome. Today's class is going to be a deep releasing stretch where we will be holding our poses for a number of breaths. Now we will be staying on the mat throughout the entire flow. I will be giving variations for each pose, so please take it to your own ability. With that said, grab your mat, grab your water, and let's begin our flow. All right, guys, let's start today's class just sitting in a nice comfortable position in easy pose. So just crossing the ankles, one in front of the other. Root down through to the sit bones, extend nice and tall through the spine, and maybe draw the chin slightly towards the chest. Let's release the hands onto the knees and simply close the eyes. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Just taking this opportunity to connect with your breath, to go inwards, preparing for our deep releasing class today. We're going to be stretching out our muscles and relaxing into them. So just take this moment to center your energy, breathing in through the nose and exhale softly through the mouth. Breathing in and breathe out. Very nice. Now on your next exhale, begin to slowly open the eyes and keep a soft gaze in front of you. Lovely. Let's start by breathing in as we reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, slowly lowering the hands together into prayer to the heart center. One more time. Breathe in as you reach up to the sky. And this time, as you exhale, grounding the right hand onto the mat, we're going to stretch the left arm up and over, opening those shoulders, feeling that nice stretch in the left side of the body. So in this stretch, really try to stretch the fingertips as much as you can. If you can't bend the elbow, just come up onto the hand a bit more. Take this to your own level. And then opening up the chest, so stack the shoulders left over right. See if you can turn your gaze up to the sky. Beautiful. Breathing deeply here, making sure that the sit bones are grounded. Maybe you can come down to the elbow, but if not, just stay up onto the hand. Lovely. Deep breath in and exhale, slowly release, come back to center. Let's take it to the other side. So inhale as you reach up to the sky and exhale. This time the left hand comes down to the mat. Right arm extends up and over, stretching out the right side of the body. Let's open those shoulders so we're not rolling forwards and inwards. You want to try your best to stack that shoulder on top of the other. Beautiful. Stay with the breath. Sending lots of oxygen into that area of our bodies. Breathing in, breathing out. Very good. Last breath in. And exhale, slowly return back to center. Wonderful. We're going to start with our single-legged butterfly. So we're going to keep the right foot close towards our pelvis, and we're going to extend the left leg out to the side. Don't worry if you can't come all the way here. It's not a wide straddle. Just come where it's comfortable, where you can ground through both of your sit bones and sit up nice and tall. If you find that the knee is quite far up, sort of a bit like mine, then don't worry, that's fine. Over time, it will begin to release. But if you find that it's quite challenging and and you're kind of up here, then just bring the heel slightly further away from you and focus on extending tall through the spine, feeling that gentle opening in the hip and also into the inner groin muscle through to the hamstring. Beautiful. So otherwise, if you can keep the heel closer to your body, just bring it there. Let the knee release, extend tall, and then begin to walk the hands forward. You might find that the knee will come a little bit further down, but as you walk forward, you want to try and make sure that the left hip doesn't come up. So you're keeping them nice and grounded onto the mat. So if you're here and that's enough, stay here. Breathe, focus on bringing that chest down with each exhale. If you can go a bit further, then come on down to the elbows. And for all my flexible yogis here, if that's fine, slide the fingers forward and come on down with the forehead and the chest. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Keeping a flexion in that foot, so the leg that's extended, make sure that those toes are pointing towards the sky. Lovely. Last breath in. And exhale, start to slowly walk yourself up. Very good. And we're going to switch legs. So this time bringing the left heel in towards your body, extend the right leg out. Flex that foot. Again, don't worry if the knee is all the way up here, just bring that heel slightly further away from your body. Allow it to release. Otherwise, tuck the heel in, extend up nice and tall, and then start to walk yourself forward. Begin to notice how each side feels, so how different this is to the beginning, to the one you did before. You might find it easier, or you might find it more challenging, which is completely normal. We tend to have a more dominant side on one of our sides, so it's always good to equalize when we do yoga practice. So if you're down onto the elbows, just breathe here, keeping a flexion in that foot. And if you can go further, begin to slide the hands forward and bring the forehead down. Lovely. I'm going to stay up on my elbows and breathe. Great way to stretch out the hips and also the hamstrings and the inner groin muscle. Lovely. Deep breath in, exhale out. Last one, inhale through the nose, and exhale, start to slowly walk your hands in, extend tall through the spine. Beautiful. Now going to do our full butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees release. Maybe give them a flap up and down, like flapping your butterfly wings. Beautiful. Now, you then can either hold on to the outsides of the feet or interlace the fingers, hooking them over the toes, and begin to draw the chest forward, bringing the forehead down and hinging from those hips. So you want to try and straighten through that spine, not round through the lumbar spine. So really nice and straight here. So think about drawing the chest forward as opposed to the tip of the head. That will help you to straighten out the spine. Beautiful. For those of you who find this a little bit more challenging and you find that your knees don't go all the way down, don't worry at all. I've been there as well, and to be honest, sometimes I find it quite challenging to do this even now after doing many years of yoga. So if you are looking a little bit more like me, Then bring your hands to the outsides of the feet, sort of like you're opening a book. So bringing the thumbs to the instep of your feet. And then bring your elbows just to the inner corners of your knees, so where the knee creases, and push the knees down. And that will help you to open the hips a bit more, bringing a bit more pressure onto them. Beautiful. And then just breathe. Find that space, find that moment where you can release into this position. Lovely. Breathe in. Exhale out. Maybe push a bit more with the elbows, or draw that chest closer towards your feet. Lovely. Deep breath in and exhale out. Very good. Just one last breath now. So really deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, releasing the toes of the feet. Bring the body up. Lovely. Now let's bring the knees into one another. And just do a gentle windshield wipe, so letting the knees fall to one side and then the other, loosening any tension in those hip flexors. Lovely. Wonderful. And then come and scoot around so you're lengthways with your mat, placing into the middle, and then extend each leg out, flexing the feet. We're going to do our head to toe seated forward fold. Now again, you're going to take this to your own level. For those of you who feel a bit of restriction in the hamstrings, keep about almost like a 45-degree bend in those knees. So bringing them up. And then take your grip behind the knees and begin to draw the chest towards the knees, folding the tummy over the tops of the thighs, encouraging the forehead to release. And then find that moment where you feel the nice stretch and breathe into it. Beautiful. If you have a bit more flexibility in your hamstrings, then you can straighten the legs. And again, just like we did with butterfly, we're going to fold from the hips here, so we're not going to arch through that lumbar spine. So you might be able to grab onto the backs of the knees. Maybe you can grab onto the ankles today, or maybe you can grab onto the outsides of your feet. And then you're going to lengthen through the spine and then start to encourage the chest and the forehead to come down towards the knees. So wherever you are, remembering to hinge from those hips and really use your breath here to help you go further. Maybe close your eyes. Deep breath in and exhale out. The breath is a wonderful, constant tool that you can always rely on to bring your attention back to help you to release deeper, to go further. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Last breath in. And as you exhale, start to release the hands and roll up through the upper body. Lovely. Give those legs a little shake. Very good. We're going to scoot over towards the end of our mat and slowly begin to roll down one vertebra at a time until you finally come onto the mat. And then hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side, massaging that lumbar spine. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathe out. Great. We're now going to go a bit deeper into the hamstrings and also the hips. So you're going to release the right foot down onto the mat, And extend the left leg up to the sky and flex that foot. Now trying your best to keep this leg as straight as you can. And if this is as far as you can go today, then that's great. Just hold it there. Maybe bring your hands behind the back of your thigh just for a bit of support. Keep on flexing that foot and you should start to feel a stretch through the hamstring and all the way into the calf muscle. If you can go a bit deeper, grab onto the back of the knee and start to pull the leg towards your chest, keeping your hips nice and square and grounded onto the mat. If you can go a bit further, see if you can grab onto the ankle or maybe the calf muscle and encourage that leg to come down. Again, using your breath is key here to help you release further into this deep stretch. So focus on your inhalation and the exhalation. Breathe in and breathe out. Wonderful. Remembering to keep that foot flexed, even if you draw the leg closer towards the chest. So always feeling that stretch throughout the entire back of the leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely. Very good, guys. And then just releasing the legs so it stays upright. We're going to extend the right leg down onto the mat and do our single happy baby pose. So single-legged happy baby pose. Get my words right. So start to bring the knee down towards the chest. So you're bending it now. And either grabbing onto the calf muscle, maybe you can grab onto the ankle, or grab onto the outside of the foot and begin to pull it down. So you're pulling that knee down towards the mat, keeping the right hip grounded so you're not swaying up like that. Beautiful. Once you've got your grip, just relax into this position, pulling the foot or the ankle down. And with the right arm, you can just release it out to the side. Finding that breath again. Deep inhale and long exhale out. Breathing in and breathe out. Beautiful. Now you can stay here just in this single-legged baby pose, or see if your flexibility does allow, see if you can extend that leg out and bring that foot or the ankle closer towards your body. So you should now start to feel an opening in the left hip and through into the hamstring, into the calf muscle. Beautiful. Just holding it here for a couple more breaths. Begin to notice how the body starts to let go. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Very good. So if you've extended the leg now, just bend the knee back in, coming into your single-legged baby pose. And then release the foot, release the leg down. Lovely. Maybe give them a nice little shake again if that feels good to you. Bend both knees back in, planting the feet onto the mat. And then bring the left knee towards your chest. We're going to flex that foot and then cross it over that knee and begin to push the left knee away from you. So we're going to do our reclined pigeon pose, So this is great for, again, going deeper into the hips and also stretching out the outer glute muscles. Wonderful. Now, if that's enough for you, stay here. Just focus on pushing that knee away from you, making a figure 4 with your legs. Otherwise, begin to pick up the right toes and then reach through that hole you've created, either grabbing onto the back of the thigh, or you can grab onto the front of the knee and then pull that knee towards you, keeping that foot flexed. You should really start to feel this in the outside of the left glute muscle. Beautiful. Relax the shoulders, relax the tailbone. Nice and straight on the mat. All the strength here is just in your arms. Fingers are interlaced. Make sure you have a nice grip. Enjoying this deep stretch. Now beginning to release the hands and gently place the right foot back onto the mat, and then release the left foot as well. Let's take it to the other side. So this time the right foot now is going to extend up to the sky, flex that foot. Again, if that's enough for you, just hold on to the back of the thigh here for a bit of added support. For those of you who can go a bit further, start to grab on behind the back of the knee. Maybe you can grab onto the back of the calf muscle, or maybe you can grab onto the ankle and start to draw the knee closer towards your chest. Aiming to keep that leg as straight as you can here. Lovely. Returning back to the breath. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. As we release into these postures, don't worry about what you look like. The most important thing is that you feel the stretch. So start to feel that hamstring release, the calf muscle lengthen. Using your breath. Very good. Last breath in. And exhale, release it back up, but don't drop the leg. Let's take our single-legged happy baby pose on the other side. So let's bend the knee in towards the chest, either grabbing onto the calf muscle, grab onto the ankle, or grab onto the outside of the foot. Begin to pull the knee down and then extend the left leg out. So make sure that that left hip is grounded. Release the left arm to your side and begin to pull that foot, the knee down towards the mat. And then you can close the eyes here. Focus on the breath. All the strength here should just be in that right arm. Relax the rest of the body. Deep breath in and exhale out. Great. Now you can either stay here or begin to extend that leg out, bringing it out to the side. So the stretch should change from the hip to your hamstring. Beautiful. You can begin to pull that foot closer towards your head as well. If you need to readjust your grip, then go ahead and do that. Maybe grab onto the heel, as long as you feel the stretch. Deep breath in and exhale out. Lovely. Now for those of you that have extended the leg, just bend the knee back into the chest. And then release the leg down. Nice. Give them a little shake again. And then bend the knees. Plant the feet onto the mat. Let's take our reclined pigeon pose. So bring the right knee, towards your chest. Flex the foot. And then bring that ankle over to the left knee. Begin to push the right knee away from you, opening the hips. Very good. Again, you may notice a difference from this side of the body to your left side. So whatever difference you feel, just note that to yourself. It's great to remember these, to get familiar with our bodies, with our muscles, and how far we can go. Lovely. And if that's enough for you, stay there. Or begin to pick up the left toes, reach through that hole, grab onto the back of the thigh or onto the front of the knee, and pull that knee towards you. Beautiful. Keep a flexion in that foot. Feeling the stretch in the right glute muscle. And an opening in that right hip as well. Deep breath in and exhale out. Good. Just a couple more breaths here. Again, relaxing the body, just the arms doing the work here, pulling that knee closer towards the chest. Very good. Last breath in. And exhale. Release the hands. And then release the feet onto the mat. Very good. I'm going to take our last pose now, which is going to be our full happy baby pose. So extend both legs up to the sky, flex the feet, maybe give those hamstrings a quick massage by walking up and down the backs of the legs with the hands. Lovely. And now begin to part the knees. Bring both knees down towards the chest. So we're bending in towards the chest and opening them slightly. And then grabbing onto the calf muscles, maybe grabbing onto the ankles, or see if you can grab onto the outsides of the feet and pull the knees down. As you're doing this stretch, try and keep the tailbone grounded, release the shoulders, so the back is nice and flat against your mat. And then breathe. Breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose and long exhale out through the mouth. Each breath that you take, begin to feel your hips release. Feeling a gentle opening. And then if it feels good to you, see if you can rock side to side, just like you do in a ball. Very gentle here though, massaging that lumbar spine. Now finding some stillness in your happy baby, begin to release the feet or the ankles, extending the legs up to the sky one last time. And then bend the knees into the chest, release the feet onto the mat. Let's roll over to one side and begin to push yourself up and come into a cross-legged position in the middle of your mat. Root down through the sit bones, extend nice and tall. As we take our next breath in, reach the arms up to the sky and exhale, slowly lower the hands together in prayer to the heart. One more time, reach up to the sky and exhale, slowly lowering the hands together to the heart center. Bow down and thank yourself for putting aside the time to work on your mind and your body. I hope you've enjoyed this day 5 of our 7 free-day yoga course, and I hope to see you again soon. I wish you the best, and Namaste. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more yoga flows and guided meditations. I hope to see you on the mat soon. Bye for now.